Hello everyone, my name is Andy He. For most parents of this day and age, there comes a time when they'll have to provide something of utmost importance to their children, their first cell phone or smartphone. Though the time that it is given may vary for every children, uh, the concerns regarding it shares this main point. The parents are worried of the repercussions that can come from giving the phone to said children. The initial presence of the first phone and the parents gifting it to their child is a critical point in their life where the phone can play a large role on how the child will be in the future. As such, it is the parents' duty to teach their kids responsibility, instill them discipline and restraint, and also notify them of the dangers that can come from the phone. So first, we'll start with responsibility, with the aspect of kids handling their phone. A major role that parents must take on for the sake of their children, is to pass on their knowledge and lessons for the sake of their future, which also incorporates responsibility. Now, one thing that falls underneath those is fair usage of their phones and um, and taking care of them. For kids, they should only see their phones as a means to contact their family and not as a means for entertainment. They should only see their phones as a way to reach out to their family in cases of emergencies, for example. With this, they should see that they can take care of their phones, as it may be the only way to talk to their family from afar. This can also prevent needless expenses on repairing or replacing their broken phones in the case that the child has damaged or broken it. And with that, kids must also be taught discipline and restraint to prevent over reliance on the phone. Kids without restraint tends to lean towards anything that is fun, that is entertaining, of which a smartphone can readily provide. This can lead to an addiction to the phone and can have negative impacts on their life as a whole. This can also be referred to as nomophobia, where the child may not be able to function properly if they do not have the phone with them, of which we also have to avoid. This can be avoided if the parents fill in the void of connection with someone and their child, instead of letting the phone do it for them. Parents can also talk to their children. They can set rules and regulations regarding the phone, and can also have this child set the phone aside for certain things such as school, homework, uh, work if they're old enough, the meals like dinner and breakfast, and so on, like anything regarding their family. The parents can still talk to their child, um, discussing anything like issues that have arisen. Some of these issues can like occur from things like texts and emails and phone calls, and the parents and the child can talk it out. The parents must help the child resolve these issues, or the issues will come and take a hold of their child, of which nobody would want. I can personally relate to this, as during middle school I relied on my phone quite heavily for entertainment, watching YouTube videos, watching anime, scouring the internet, and so on, and that led me to having 70s for grades. Though, moving on from that, we'll have to discuss now of the dangers and threats that the phone can attract. Phones can do good things, many good things for their child, but if left unchecked, they could send the child towards a downward spiral or expose them to any actions filled with malicious intent. The phone promotes connections, of course, through text, emails, and phone calls, and maybe even uh, like a face chat or something like that. But it may also reduce the face-to-face connection with the child and everybody around them, such as their family. This may lead to a feeling of isolation and depression within the child, of which the phone is happily ready to help encourage those feelings. The phone can also prematurely expose them to pornography, where they can be exposed to such things at an early age. This can this can help encourage the child to exchange porn with others, and this can also incorporate them sending images of those who are underage, which is illegal. And this can also influence the child or be have the child be influenced from the bad behaviors of them and others. They can also be influenced to send explicit images of themselves to those on the phone that aren't trustworthy, that aren't, yeah. These points that I've covered should stand to reason as to why this topic has to be covered. So far, we've covered the need for responsibility of the child. They need to instill them discipline and restraint, and the notifications regarding the dangers that a phone can bring towards the child. You should know that your child isn't fully committed to responsibilities and discipline as you are at their current age. And you all should also know what your child could be exposed to without supervision. Don't just give your child a smartphone and just pass it off as just giving them a toy. That can lead to a lot of negative things, of which that can affect them from that point on and to their entire life. And no parent would want that sort of negative thing for their child. Think and reconsider before giving the phone to the child. It may help them not be too over reliant and not be and prevent them from going down the path that they should not cross upon.